We're doing some great segues here today. The St. Johns County Commission is once again trying to determine whether to strengthen its tree protection rules. After 2.5 hours of discussion Tuesday, a handful of policy changes took one step forward.
I heard this discussion got a little heated.
It did get heated.
Excuse me.
Yeah. The county commission decided in a 3-2 vote to send a number of tree preservation ideas drafted by Chair Krista Joseph and county staff to a consultant. Consultant Inspire Placemaking will create drafts of new policies for some of Joseph's ideas and provide insight into how others could be implemented. Among Joseph's ideas, making developers maintain as much as 20% of wooded and grassy areas as compared to the 5% currently required. Residents like this one. Increasing the amount of money developers must contribute to the county's tree fund if they choose not to replace trees removed by the process of development. Preventing developers from clearing land long before any construction actually begins. I like that one. Because we see sometimes lots just get cleared and nothing happens to them for years and years and years. And then the original owner goes and sells it and it's not even, nothing got constructed, but trees got removed.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. Tree preservation, long been a priority of Joseph's, and it's something she said she intended to bring back before the county commission after residents elected 2 new commissioners committed to slowing the county's growth. Not everyone was on board with Joseph's approach to fighting tree preservation. I'll give you 2 guesses on which 2 commissioners.
Yeah,
I know.
It's 2-2 and Clay's in the middle.
Yeah. Commissioners Ann Taylor and Clay Murphy supported the motion to move forward, but dun dun dun, Sarah Arnold and Christian Whitehurst shockingly opposed it. Yeah, right, shockingly. Rather than scheduling a workshop that would allow more stakeholders to comment on the proposals, as Arnold argued for, delaying the process, Joseph advocated for moving ahead and asking questions later. Not always the approach I love.
Not the way to go. That's not the way to go.
I think in this case you got to do it. The other ones have been doing it for a long time.
Well, no, I think this is how you end up getting sued, though.
Well,
for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's property rights issues, and I'm not opposed to stricter tree ordinances, so I'm glad they went with the consultant to make sure we're protected against how we can get sued.
Right, that's how we're not going to get sued, is doing this consultant.
Yeah,
right?
to have the safety, and then that puts, like, you have a barrier of should have known, could have known.
Like a condom.
So, yeah, exactly. We're back to that.
That's how I think. I mean, I have to water it down.
Arnold called the multi-hour discussion political theater. She knows a lot about that. So does Christian Whitehurst. And he said he couldn't support a number of policies that sounded to him like government overreach and a land grab.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the
trees... land grab, really?
He's,
It doesn't sound like they're saving the land. Why would they be grabbing the land?
Well,
I don't know. Yeah, maybe that was...
Oh, then that's where you got to be cautious. That's why that consultant comes into play, because they bought it with the rules this and with the intent of this, and now they've changed the rules. So how far they can go with this? Like I said, I'm all about making it better and saving the trees and stuff like that. And we use tree bank money for a lot of developments for parks and stuff like that. So that it exists. It's a good thing. That's how we ended up getting the trade-off of the Nocatee Preserve.
Right, remember? Don't say Nocatee, though.
And then that DRI. So, I mean, there's some good things that have come out of the existing tree ordinance, and there's just so much inventory out there. I don't have a problem with her trying to slow things down. But
what's the one that they can't knock down an oak, right? If it's over a certain amount or something?
There's 2 different types of oaks. There's like live oak and a water oak.
Right.
And one lives like 200 years. The other one lives like thousands of years.
Right.
So, but it depends on the diameter of it and stuff like that. And those are specimen trees.
Yeah.
I love the mirage distraction Christian Whitehurst tried to mention here. He says, I think the trees on people's private property belong to them. And that's philosophically where I'm at. We're not talking about trees on people's private property. We're talking about trees in development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about trees that the developers want to knock down.
You had me yeah.
What he said there makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's a distraction. Yeah. It's a dumb thing to say.
I was distracted at land grab. I don't know about you, but go ahead.
Yeah, well. Yeah. I think I'm not for no regulation. But we've got up in my office, we have a 5-pound book of regulations in our land developments code. That's just the local level regulations. That does not include state binder, which I'm sure is bigger, or the federal government's binder, which regulates.
It's more of a pamphlet.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, Trapper Keeper. Let's go, Lisa Frank.
Murphy shared some of Whitehurst's concerns about government overreach, as well as how policies aimed at big developers affect farmers and homeowners. But he voted to move the measures forward in hopes that a future discussion could iron out some of those finer points of the proposed rules, which I think where you're at, Troy.
Yeah, no, I'm good with talking to the consultant about it. I'm good with strengthening it as long as it doesn't get us in a legal battle where we end up right back where we started and cost hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars because we're getting sued from these guys who have big lawyers.
Yeah.
So I'm a property rights guy first, which is I think where Kristen was trying to state his point. I don't think he did a great job of how he didn't. He's not great at that stuff. How he handled that.
He's not great at that stuff.
But I understand where he was trying to go with it, and that's a true factor because the taxpayers end up losing money, and we end up in the exact same spot. So I think the consultant in this case makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at the consultant.
Okay.
There's a lot, the rest of this story really goes on to talk about the feud between Krista Joseph and Whitehurst and Arnold. And
oh, yeah.
Lots going on there.
That's the only part that I'm interested in.
Is it? Okay, well, here we go. A growing concern. St. Johns County tree regulation became a flashpoint in 2023 when Joseph pitched a multi-pronged approach to preventing clear cutting of land and protecting more trees. Many of Joseph's proposals from nearly 2 years ago were carried forward to this week, but her colleagues at the first time did not support her suggestions because, they were paid for the same camp that's paying for Arnold and
now I see how this is going down. Okay.
So fast forward to 2025, Commissioners Murphy and Taylor untied down. Wild cards. Campaigned on slowing the growth in St. Johns County. Taylor pitched herself as someone who would vote in line with much of Joseph's proposed slow the growth agenda. Taylor and Joseph significantly... All right, let's get down to the decorum part, shall we?
Yeah.
Joseph has been a vocal critic of Whitehurst and Arnold, two commissioners who she is accused of being in the pockets of big developers. She's not the only one making those accusations. While Arnold and Whitehurst campaigns for office did receive substantial contributions from members of the development community, the two have denied the assertion, which is laughable, that they are developer mouthpieces, or as Joseph accused Whitehurst on Tuesday afternoon. That's what she accused him of. Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah. Isn't that how she got the job?
Do what?
Isn't that how she got the job?
What's that?
Well, she said she's not connected to developers, but isn't that how she got the job? Arnold? I'm sorry. Is that wrong to say? I'm just the word on the street.
There were a few things at play there.
Okay. I don't know her. I've asked her many times to interview her so I could get to know her.
Oh, she'll never come on the show.
No, she will not. No, she definitely does not care for me. So sorry. Tried to. Love your black dress. Hope you win.
Well, the meeting began at 9 a.m. Tuesday with a move that set the tone for the discussion to come. Joseph argued Arnold, who was absent from the county auditorium and attending the meeting by phone, should not be allowed to vote on matters because of her absence. What followed was a 45-minute back and forth. I'm going to have to go back and watch
45
that.
minutes, Joseph. Whoa. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a long time.
I think at some point the attorney had to step in and say, okay, you two got to stop that.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
They let that go for 45 minutes? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, no, I think the attorney actually had to step in.
You're exactly right, Troy.
Hey.
Yeah.
This is not the way we need to go in here.
Yeah.
And he's an interim attorney.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
he doesn't even really have the ability to really do anything.
yeah, he's the interim attorney. So I mean, it's I wish they'd focus on just governing and not focus on each other.
It's not a competition. You're supposed You're supposed to be like for the people. I mean, that's the
it's
truth.
because it's elected. It's always a competition.
This is kind of crazy, y'all.
Unfortunately, it is a competition because they're campaigning the entire time they're in and going back and forth and they're trying to represent each side. So
Yeah.
No, it was I just caught little blurbs of it where the attorney had to get in and go, whoa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I need to go back and watch more of that. Arnold told Jacksonville today. She'll talk to Jacksonville today. She won't talk
That's
to the local
crappy.
places.
We have a. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna let it go. Let it go.
She'll talk to me.
Yeah, she'll talk to you.
Oh well, good for you.
Well,
Yeah,
tourist
good. You
development
must have
stuff.
extra chapstick.
Yeah. Well.
What the hell was that?
No, she has chapped lips. You probably have to make them smoothed out so she can talk to you with a smooth lip.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that rumor.
I do. I speak from the street.
Yeah, that's when I think of Davey, I think of the street.
Absolutely. I just clean up nice.
She said she chose to attend the meeting by phone because she's on a spring break vacation. Something the rest of the county commissioners and county administrators said they were unaware of until days before the meeting. Arnold said she is frankly shocked. Stop being dramatic.
Yeah, the
Stop.
shocked word.
That Joseph considered preventing her from fully participating in the meeting. She did the same fucking thing
Right.
months ago with the censures and all
Remember?
that stuff. Get out of here.
And I think that was part of the discussion from the attorney.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
So there we go. Davey, you wanted the drama. We gave you the drama.
That
sir.
was cool.
That was good drama.
My goodness.
Good drama.
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
We got more on the county commission coming up later.
Awesome.
Oh, we have more.
Oh,
yeah. Well, this has to do with the SA accusations.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think that was
Oh,
handled properly.
yeah.
That was not handled properly.
By a lot of different people is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
But hey, we got a Dunkin' Donuts popping up in Hastings.
Oh,